here. So everybody's been wondering what this my journey is. This is my journey going on to kind of explain what I'm going through. I am on an antidepressant called Effexor. Getting off of Effexor has what you would call worse withdrawals than heroin. Anyway, so why am I getting off antidepressants? About 20 years ago, I had very bad panic attacks, to the point to if I walk out my front door, I'd have a panic attack. If I was driving a vehicle, I'd have a panic attack. The panic attacks for me were so bad that I was actually in the ER, thought I was having a heart attack. I would completely black out. That's not conducive for driving. At the point in my life, it was very stressful. Was in a bad marriage and what I was, you know. So I had to do something. Doctors didn't know what to do. They ran every test they could think of. So they said, well, you need to start taking this medicine. Okay, fine. Well, now I've been on year 15 on this drug, exactly. Been working great, but here's the problem. I turn into a zombie, and I don't like that. My head is always in a fog. I haven't been able to sleep well for 15, 20 years. The fatigue is absolutely horrible. It's not any way to live for me. I'm not living my life. I am in a new marriage. I've been married to the most wonderful woman you could ever meet in your life. Thank God for her. Been married almost 6 years to her now, and recently gained custody of my daughter. We have a big family. I've got 2 daughters. One is fully grown. The other one is the youngest. She's mine. Then I've got 4 stepkids who are my kids. So they're all my kids. I've got 3 boys and 3 girls. So we're a big family. I got a lot to do, and I don't have time to be in this brain fog. I don't have time to be feeling like a zombie. My most number one person in my life could die right here in front of me, and I would have no emotion to it. This drug causes me to be extremely emotionless, and I don't like being like that. I want to feel emotions. I want to feel pain. I want to feel happiness. I want to feel all the things that come with life and not be a zombie state for the rest of my life. So here I am. I just started CBD oil about 4 weeks ago. Here's what it's done for me. My mood has actually been significantly improved. My energy is back like none other. I've actually haven't had this type of energy in 20 years at least. And I feel better and better every day. I like I said, it's doing that. Sleep. About the first 3 days, didn't really notice a whole lot, but then I started noticing I'm getting deep sleep. I couldn't sleep at all. I was lucky if I was getting 3 or 4 hours sleep a night. Day 4, I took the CBD oil. I always had this bloated feeling. My whole entire body was bloated. That night, I didn't sleep at all because I was up peeing every 15 minutes, I swear to God. And I must have had to go about at least 20 times. And my body was just shedding all this water weight. Since I've got that bloatedness off, and ever since then, I have felt great. My appetite. Went to our favorite restaurant yesterday for Mexican food. I couldn't eat it all. I no longer have those hunger pains, like you have that blood pressure drop. that's gone. I could care less if I eat or not. Um, Instead of living to eat, it's now eat to live. So soon I'm expecting the weight to come off. That's kind of been the same thing with my family here. I've got some, some of my kids, the adult kids, are taking the CBD oil. And it's doing the same thing to them. My wife is on the CBD oil. Same thing for her. We're not hungry. We don't have those hunger pains. We don't have that low blood pressure drop. I just went to the doctor Friday because of my bum foot. They did a blood pressure check on me, 110/60. That's never been that low ever. It usually is like 137/82. So things are happening. And yes, this is my favorite shirt brought to me by my wife, so I guess I am the best asshole husband ever. Yay. Anyway, enough about that. With the foot, I did some severe damage, soft tissue, and then it bruised the bone. Doctor put me in a cast, basically a shoe cast. Said I'm going to be miserable for the next 2 weeks. There's no way out of the pain. So it was so miserable. I was alternating Tylenol and ibuprofen every 2 hours. So was not even doling it. I put this stuff on, the relief cream that we have. Within 15 minutes, the pain was completely gone and I was asleep. Next day, which was yesterday, no pain at all. Today, it's like my foot is back to normal. So there's something to be said for that. Back to the getting off the antidepressants. I've tried to get off the antidepressants before several different times. I've been trying for the last 5 years without success. My success right now is going pretty good, and I'm attributing that to the CBD oil. So what's happening is you go down in your dosage, and then all of a sudden you get these brain shocks, and it feels like someone has taken some probes and drilled them into my head and plugged it into the wall socket, and it feels like I'm being electrically shocked. And then you get queasy, you feel like you have the flu, extremely bad flu. I mean, almost like bedridden. So it was like, this is not worth it for me. I have not had that being on the CBD oil. I've kind of had to gauge it a little bit. So I started out real slow on the CBD oil and then coming down off the Effexor at the same time. So I was like going down on one and coming up on the other. And it's been working very well for me. Haven't had any effects. My memory is great. I haven't had this great a memory in a long time. My energy level is great. It's even done some things for me. Skin is clearing up. I don't have any pimples or any crap that I usually get on my skin. Things are actually looking good. So anyway, what I was doing to get off the Effexor was my previous doctor. I went and saw her, and she's like, well, no, I'm not going to take you off. And she's not the only doctor that's done this to me. I've had several different doctors. It's like, it's easier just to keep you on the medicine than it is to take you off. So we're not going to do anything. And we're just going to keep you at the same dose. I'm like, bullshit. Finally, I'm taking control of my life. I am taking control of my body. I'm getting myself healthy. I'm going to be healthy. I've got a lot to live for. I've got kids to raise. I've got jobs. I've got a lot of people that depend on me. And so I decided that it's my life, my body, my rules. And I am now seeing a doctor who is kind of along with me. He did make a point yesterday because I told him, since I'm here about this foot, I'm letting you know that I want off this Effexor. He's like, okay, tell me why. And I told him. And then he's like, well, I didn't realize that you were in that brain fog. I didn't realize that you were Mr. Zombie. You need to communicate with your physician. you need to be in communication with me as to how you are feeling. Brings up relevant points to me to tell you guys, you need to be in communication with your physician. If you're feeling in a zombie mode, or if you're feeling like this, then you need to communicate that. You need to be ultimately communicating on how you're feeling with everything that you're doing. They don't know how you're feeling until you tell them. So he put me on half the amount dose. So now I'm down to 75. I'm getting used to that. I'm not having really any side effects because of the CBD oil that I'm taking. So we'll see. I'm going to do this for 3 weeks, and I'm going to keep in touch with everybody and see how I'm doing. If you have any private questions, message me. I would be very happy to talk to you, and we'll go from there. What I was doing originally to get off it, and probably it is a no-no. I do not condone this in any way, shape, or form for anyone to try this. I don't condone anyone to come off pharmaceuticals in any way, shape, or form without advice of your physician. So I don't want you coming back to me and saying, well, you're the one that's setting out. I didn't say that. What I'm saying is you need to be in control of your life, not the doctors, but you also need to take medical advice at the same time. The other thing too is a lot of people are feeling better with this. I've seen people cut their heart medications down. I've seen people come off of any drugs for diabetes. So it's doing wonders in people's lives. Is that results typical for everybody? Probably not. It all depends on what the condition of your body is and how your body responds. My body is responding terrifically. There's a lot of people that are responding very well to the CBD oil, and I became such a believer that I became a distributor. This is not about the money for me. This is not about me making money. Yeah, am I making money? Sure. Who doesn't want an extra $100 or $500 a week in their checking account? Everybody could use that. What I am saying is it's no longer a motivating factor for me. Sorry, my phone's going off. We have a family emergency coming. But anyway, back to that. I'm not on this Facebook thing and pounding people about the CBD oil or the CBD products that we have because I want to make money. This is no longer about that. This is about, I want people to feel better. I want people to try this. And if it does make a difference in your life, then by God, why not? And it's a 30-day money-back guarantee. What do you have to lose? I thought it was the biggest amount of bullshit I've ever heard in my life. CBD oil. Oh, CBD oil. That's a bunch of crap, And I was not a believer in this at all. And then I started taking it, and holy cow, it's making wonders in my life. What really impressed me was my wife's uncle, who is an industrial plumber, couldn't work for 11 months because he has an autoimmune, he still does, he has an autoimmune disease where it was debilitating. He couldn't work. He couldn't put food on the table for his family, couldn't make the house payment. He was dependent on other people. And, a lot of people depended on him. So, after a year of trying different drugs and doing different drugs, it wasn't doing a damn thing for him. So he went to support groups, and the support groups, all these people were taking the CBD oil and starting to have great effects. So he did his research, and he found the one that was best for him, which is actually the one best for me, and it's 100% pure. 7 weeks later, he's back to work. Amazing. So it's doing a lot of things. And hello, Melissa Tafoya. Yes, I do feel like it is a great, courageous step for me. I'm seeing people that are on here. I'm saying is, if this is what is the holdback of you taking this? Don't let it be a stigma to you is, because it's from marijuana. No, it's actually not from marijuana. It's actually from the hemp plant. Hemp plant and the marijuana plant are two different plants. One has the full amount of THC, the other one does not. The hemp plant is the one we use that they extract for the CBD oil. There's no THC in it. You're not going to get high. And, there are a few products in there that have a little bit of THC, but it doesn't have that effect. It's just not going to feel it. All I say is, if you're holding back, don't. Why would you hold back to feel better? Anyway, I'm going to do this every Sunday, and I'm going to let people know how I am doing. Originally, I was taking the 150 milligram pills because no doctor was listening to me. I was like, well, I'm just going to reduce this myself. Took out the capsule, took it apart. There's little beads in there, so I start counting out beads. So I 20 beads this week out of each pill. Then the second week, I took out 40. Then the third week, I took out 60. Then this week, I finally said to my physician, enough. So he wants me to try this, where I go down to 75 milligrams for 3 weeks. Then he wants me to do the 75 milligrams every other day for 2 weeks, which I'm real skeptical about. We'll see. So I'll keep in touch with you on how I'm doing. Right now, I'm doing fine. Not having any withdrawals. I'm feeling a lot better. If you have any questions or any comments, please message me. I'll be happy to respond back. Anyway, signing out from Colorado. Have a great day.